This project aims to empower individuals to host their websites inexpensively by building their own Linux server. The server will use open source software, including Linux as the operating system, Apache as the web server, MySQL as the database management system, and PHP, Perl, Python as the server-side programming language. A web server is software and hardware that use HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and other protocol to respond to client requests made over the web. They handle requests from client, typically web browsers, and deliver web content such as HTML pages, images, videos, and other resources. A web server is used to display website content through storing, processing, and delivering web pages to users. It also supports SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, and FTP, File Transfer Protocol, used for email, file transfer, and storage. Web servers are crucial in making web content accessible and ensuring the reliability, security, and performance of websites and web applications. Most web servers are hosted on Linux for the following reasons. Linux is open source and free. It is stable and can handle a large number of requests with very little resources. Most used and reliable web servers are built to be used on Linux. Linux is secure and has little known security. Linux is stable and reliable. It is not prone to crash and other failure, which ensure that the service remains online and available to users. Linux is flexible and customizable. It allows users to customize and configure the system to meet their specific needs. Linux has better features. It also allows web hosting providers who need to offer a range of service to clients. It has a wide array of tools and utilities that allow users to perform several tasks, such as managing servers, adding more users, and etc. All these features make Linux the most popular operating system to host web servers on. Implementing security measures to protect the web server from attacks and data breaches. A viable option for people with minimal experience managing Linux servers is to use web hosting services that handle the security for your web server, so you do not have to set it up yourself. Apache, a widely utilized free and open-source cross-platform web server, operates under the Apache License 2, with substantial market share of approximately 32.2%. It stands as one of the most powerful web servers available.
So we're going to be making our own web server using DigitalOcean as the cloud provider, Arch Linux as the Linux distribution, and Apache as the web server that we're going to be using. So the first thing is we need to connect to our DigitalOcean Then we need to upgrade all of our packages. So we're going to do sudo So now that we've upgraded all of our packages, um, we're going to be installing the Apache web server. Okay, so now that we've installed the Apache web server, we're going to enable it and we're going to start it. So now we've started it and now we're going to enable it. Okay, so now that we've done that, we need to make sure that it's actually working. So we're going to check the status. Okay, so now you can see everything is active, everything is working, and the web server is enabled. And now that we've set up the web server, we're going to actually make a virtual host on our Apache web server. And to do that, we're going to make a new directory. And this is going to be a parent directory. And we're going to call it my domain. And you can name it any thing that you want. So now that we've done that, we need to assign ownership. We also need to assign read, write, and execute permissions. Okay, so now that we've done that, we need to create our HTML page. And we're going to do that by creating an index.html page. And since we've already created that, we don't need to do it again. And we're going to press I to insert our HTML content, then press the ESC key on our keyboard, press the two dots, WQ, that saves and exits the file. So now that we've done that, we need to configure our virtual host. We're going to do that by creating this file. By editing this file. Yeah, I made a mistake here. Since we've already done that, we don't need to do it, but you would press I, go into insert mode. You would uncomment out this line right here, which is going to allow, one moment, you need to uncomment out. This sign right here, sorry, the virtual host. This is going to allow our virtual host to run. Once you've done that, save the file. And next we're going to we're going to access the virtual file. Okay, so now once we're in the file, we're going to enter the file and we're going to make the necessary changes that we want to make. So we're going to change the server name, the domain root, and everything else. Since we're using our IP address, we added that here. Usually this is going to be 80, the port, but since we're already using the 80 port, we're going to change that. And once you've made the necessary changes, you're going to exit the file and save everything. Okay, so now that you've done that, you need to put the domain name in the host file. And you're going to do that by creating this file and editing it. And since we've already done that, we don't need to do it, but you would enter the file, put this in here, and then if you had a second domain, you'd put that in there, and then you would save and exit the file. Okay, so now that we've done that, we need to enable and test our server. And we're going to do that using this command. So the syntax is okay and everything is working fine. This is not going to prevent it from not running, so we don't need to change that at this moment. Every time you make a change, you need to restart the server, otherwise it won't take place. And we're going to restart it using this command. So now that we've done that, we're going to test our server and we're going to open up our IP address or whatever your domain is, and we're going to specify the port. And as you can see, our HTML content shows up and everything is working fine.
In conclusion, hosting a web server on Arch Linux with Apache is a robust and cost-effective solution for individuals or organizations looking to manage their web content independently. The process of setting up Apache on Arch Linux with technical, offer-value learning opportunities and a deep understanding of how web servers operate. By following the detailed steps to install, configure, and secure Apache, users can achieve a high degree of customization and efficiency. The ability to host multiple domains through virtual host further enhance the flexibility and scalability of the web server, making it an ideal choice for those who growth or have varied hosting needs. Moreover, the importance of security in managing a web server cannot be overstated, and Apache on Arch Linux provides the tools necessary to establish a secure web hosting environment with options for advanced configuration and model management. Users can tailor their setup to meet specific performance and security requirements. As the web continues to evolve, the skills acquired through setting up and managing an Apache web server on Arch Linux will remain valuable assets, ensuring the individuals and organizations can maintain a reliable and secure online presence.